right, and welcome to the Speedy Brown Show. I'm your host, Speedy Brown, along with my lovely and beautiful co-host.
Hello, it's Tamika Brown. Happy Friday, everybody.
All right, and sorry for the delay in our broadcast. We had to fix some technical difficulties, but today
we are here. And
yes.
Thank you all for joining us every week. We are here on Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and also on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we thank you for those who tune in with us, and for those who are new, welcome. And for those who are with us all the time, hey y'all.
All right, we appreciate that. But before we get started, I wanted to take a moment out for us to give a moment of silence for my auntie, Mary Lou Gravely. She did not win her battle with cancer. So God is still good, and we praying for all of our family members, and we ask that you keep them up in prayer. So if we can, just take a moment of silence with us, please. All right, and we are back, and today's topic is take the load off.
Whew, take it off.
What the scriptures say, setting aside those weights that so easily beset us. Mm-hmm. There is so much and so many things that we carry that could hinder us in our walk with God, that can hinder us in life. For one thing is the approval of others. We often seek other people's approval, and the only approval we need is the stamp of approval from the Most High.
Right.
You know?
Sometimes we get caught up in wanting to people please. You know, you want to be pleasing to your parents. You want to be pleasing to your children. You want to be pleasing to your spouse. You want to be pleasing to those around your boss or whatever. But that's not who we should be seeking our approval from. You know, ultimately, when we are seeking the approval of Yahweh, everything else will fall under that umbrella, right?
Mm-hmm. Everything else will fall into place. So we carry these bags like the description, image that we have in the description of the show. There's a man with a lot of unnecessary baggage. Mm-hmm. You know, sometimes we can go on a 2-day trip and pack for 5 days or 7 days.
Oh, you talking about us now?
You know, so sometimes we overpack, or we overthink, or we overdo, and we don't need all of these burdens that we are carrying because they're wearing us down. And you know what? I'm gonna be quite honest with you. A lot of times we are holding on to other people's blessings. We have other people's blessings inside of us. God uses us, and once we start unloading those blessings onto other people, our load becomes lighter.
Lighter, yes.
Oh,
that's so
man.
true.
It becomes lighter. Go ahead.
We had like a for real example of that, a real like tangible example of that. You know, just carrying something as simple as bottles of water.
Right. We had a backpack full of water, and as we start distributing the water in the hike, the load got lighter. So we started giving the water out to the people who was with us, who they belonged to.
Yeah.
So our load got lighter.
Right. Once that weight came off, you were able to climb even more with more effort. You know,
with ease, with less effort.
Yeah.
With less effort.
Sorry
Yeah,
about that.
That's okay. I know what you meant. But we ain't gonna be before y'all long today. We just want to put a few nuggets of knowledge on your brain for you to think about, and stuff for you to carry along with you in your mind.
Right.
You know, we have to let grudges. Let me tell you what a grudge does.
Ooh,
oh man, the grudges. Listen at the word. Don't the word sound? I will never, ever forgive you. Ooh. Never, ever.
Oh my goodness.
And what if God said, I would never, ever forgive you?
Wow.
Oh my God, where would you be? We would all be so lost if Yahweh would never forgive us for our sins.
First, I would be devastated because I'm like, oh my gosh, I won't be in his good grace and mercy.
But think about it. Think about it. All of us, we have something that we are ashamed of, something that we've done that we never want the public to know about, something that is embarrassing. Imagine if Yahweh never forgave you for that, and just held that grudge against you
Yes.
and set his face. And who are we to set our face against man to begrudge them of their trespasses?
Wow.
I mean, we have a big giant plank in our eye, but yet we still begrudging our brothers and sisters that we see daily. But we want God to forgive us. He said, when you pray, praying in forgiveness, go. If you have an ought with your brother or sister, go to them, and then come back to the altar. Then come back and ask for whatever it is you seeking God for. So we wondering why we not being blessed the way that we should. Why we not getting because we walking around with these $1 million grudges.
Wow.
We walking around with weight that we do not need to carry. Let it go. Things happen. Things hurt. Move on. And sometimes you may need to clarify something because some things may not even been meant the way that they were said. You get what I'm saying? It could be a misunderstanding.
It could be the way we internalize it, the way we process it,
And then when you go back to that person, they be like, huh? I didn't mean nothing about that. And you've been holding that grudge for years. I ain't spoke in 22 years over something that you made up in your own head.
Wow.
So I'm saying this so somebody can get free today. You don't necessarily have to incorporate these people into your life, people that you forgive, but forgiveness is not for them, it's for you.
Yes.
It's for you to take that weight of unforgiveness off of you. That weight is so heavy. It takes less effort to smile at somebody than it does to frown.
Right.
I've seen people walking around just mean mugging and just being tough and angry for no reason.
Nothing.
And then when somebody smile at them, oh my goodness, you can change somebody's life with a smile. I've seen people literally who was ready to end their life, and they said, "You spoke to me, you smiled at me, and it changed my life." We have to take off these weights I understand the world right now is hectic. We do not have to be a part of these statistics as being God's children.
Right. We want to just think about it. Take that heavy load off. Unnecessary weight. Unnecessary baggage. You ever tried to go run and catch the bus or catch a plane or catch a ride and you got so many bags that you can't even get there in time? And that ride pulls off from you because you carrying all those unnecessary bags and you saying, wait, I was right there. What happened? Why did they leave? Because you got too much stuff.
Let that stuff go. Let it all go. We got to let it all go. Release and live. Release, forgive, and live. To press forward. Release, forgive, and live.
I like that. Release,
forgive and live. Release, forgive, and live. So, you heard it here first on the Speedy Brown Show. Release, forgive, and live. Release, forgive, and live.
You know what I want to say?
What?
I don't know if you ever seen an episode of Different World.
What?
But it was like, relax, relate, release. Relax, relate, release. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Right. Don't play like you don't.
Right.
You know. But no, what you say?
Tamika sometimes act like she's from a different world. So I know, right? I know. Sometimes I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone.
Hey, life is a Twilight Zone.
But yes, so yeah, when you carrying grudges and bitterness and strife and hatred and envy and so much stuff is weighing you down.
You got to let that stuff go so that not only you can be free, but so that God can add the increase to your life. You can be holding on to something and God can't bless you because you're holding on to...
Because He don't have no room.
It ain't no room.
Ain't no room to bless you because you're holding on to...
So we got to know there's
too much stuff.
Right. There's a time for everything. We got to know when it's a time to let it go. There's a time to hold on. There's a time to whatever. But the only way you'll know that is if you have a personal relationship with the Most High. If you have that personal relationship with Yeshua, you will have that. You will know His voice and He will know yours. You feel me? Mm-hmm. It's like sometimes you be hearing a voice. You're like, I don't know whose voice it is. Well, Think about it.
I'm in the other room.
Right?
No,
It's just like, okay, let's just say your mama calling you, but it's somebody, or you in the store and you hear somebody saying, Ma, you know your child's voice. So you know, even though your child is in the store with you, they in a whole nother different lane or a whole nother different aisle, but you hear somebody calling mom. You know your child's voice, so you know that that's not your child calling for you. That's another child calling for their mother. You feel me? So, and how do you know your child's voice? You know that voice because you have a relationship with that child.
Absolutely.
So how does Yahweh know how does he know your voice? How do you know his voice? Because you have a relationship with him. Because he has a relationship with you. This is important. I need y'all to hear me. I can hear my grandkids saying, Grandma. I know they're my grandkids. Even though it could be other grandmamas in the room, they not looking or responding because they know that's not their grandchild's voice. They know that voice. Okay, I'm going too far with it, but I'm just saying.
I get it.
You know the voice because there's a relationship. I know when my husband is saying, "Hey, babe," or as opposed to another man saying, "Hey, babe," to his wife. I'm like, he ain't talking to me,
right?
Because that ain't the voice I respond to.
Right. So we gotta get that personal relationship with the Most High, and I cannot stress enough that we have to forgive in order to move forward. So if I have ever wronged you, please forgive me. If I have ever said anything to offend you, please forgive me. Because these days are getting shorter and shorter, and we need to get closer and more close to the Most High. So
I got
let's
one.
lay aside those weights that so easily beset us.
Right. I want to also say, because I know that I probably have said something. I'm pretty sure I've said and done something to offend somebody or to make them feel some type of way. So not if I've done, but because I've done those things, I apologize.
I apologize. I get what you're saying.
Because I've done those things, I apologize.
And forgive me.
Please forgive me. And now it's up to, if you forgive me or not, that's okay, because that burden has been released off of me, knowing that I have done something to wrong somebody. So I'm releasing myself from that burden. I'm unloading that weight. So that's not on me. You feel me, y'all? And if you know specifically that you have done something to someone in particular, go to them. Ask for forgiveness. Not, well, you think I did this to you, so I'm sorry. Or
that's pride.
If you think I did something to you, then I'm sorry. Not if you think.
Set aside the pride. And that's another thing that we need to do. Set aside your pride and humble yourself. When you humble yourself before God, oh my goodness, he resists the proud but give grace unto the humble. So when you are humble before humility, before honor there's humility, and the pride goes before a fall. So which would you rather be? Would you rather be prideful and take that big fall, or would you rather be humiliated and be elevated?
Humiliate me. I don't care.
Right. Elevate me, Most High.
Right.
Elevate me.
I just want to. I want to be pleasing to his sight.
Right.
Now,
if you pray to me in secret, I will reward you openly.
Yes.
So, you guys, we have to begin to unload these burdens. We have to begin to unload these weights that so easily beset us, and that's it. That's the topic for today, y'all. We're gonna go out with a song, Better Days, and I pray that we all found our better days. We love you guys, and we'll get back with you on Tuesday. Sorry that this week is a brief, momentarily excerpt just to get you guys motivated, but it's okay. We here.
Oh, I know today's the 27th, but the 30th is coming. The 24th has passed, and the 30th is coming. So we said happy birthday to you.
Yes.
My honey, my love, my partner, my travel, my ride or die. Happy birthday to you. I love you.
Love you too.
Yes.
And happy birthday to my dad, Big Speedy, coming up.
Yes.
And my cousin Kenyatta. Happy birthday to you. And anybody else's birthday in August, happy birthday to you guys. All my nieces, to pieces.